Nice song. Welcome back to the big show. Time now is 7:21. The California State Controller race is underway. Herb Morgan is a seasoned investment professional and wants to make a difference in our state. He joins us now to talk about his campaign. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Quickly, tell us about your background.
Native Californian, been here my whole life. Public school kid up in Oceanside, El Camino High School, class of '84. Public university kid, got involved in finance, worked on Wall Street the last 40 years, built and sold a company, just getting ready to retire, lousy golfer, don't know what's next, decided I want to help the state of California.
Explain to people what the controller does here in the state of California.
So the state controller is one of the 8 statewide executive elected positions. The controller is primarily responsible for outflow of money. It is a huge responsibility. It's about 39 million payments a year. But that responsibility comes with an obligation to make sure the money goes where it's supposed to go and is not siphoned off.
Everyone knows what's going on in Minnesota, and there's this whole feeling that that's just the tip of the iceberg, that California is saying, hold my beer when it comes to wasteful spending. Could you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I can. So Minnesota is obviously a much smaller state, smaller population, smaller budget. It's not the JV to our varsity. It's the freshman team to our varsity. The level of theft, fraud, and mismanagement in California, I estimate, is $250 billion over the last 5 years. That is a very conservative estimate. It excludes things like pension liabilities, but it has numbers in there that are already admitted to and conservatively come up with. $55 billion for the EDD, for the unemployment fraud, as an example. We estimate over the last 5 years some waste, some fraud, some just mismanagement, not all criminal. Well over $100 billion in Medi-Cal.
Those are staggering numbers. I mean, to the point where it shouldn't be a partisan issue. It's a right and wrong issue, is it not?
It is a right and wrong issue, and the support I'm getting is tremendous, right? So I'm getting support from both parties. So it doesn't matter if you're for this kind of spending or that kind of spending. I think everybody is for making sure the spending happens. One of the things that really, really irks me is when I look at the different programs and I say, well, what percentage, any business is going to have some waste or some whatever, but what percentage is the highest? And I think it's in the homeless. So the most vulnerable of our citizens, the people that need our help the most, that need our programs of compassion, are the ones that are getting the most stolen from them as a percentage. And that's just wrong. We have to fix that.
And the answer is just pour more money on it, and it just creates more fraud, does it not?
The more money that's on the table, the more chance of the risk of fraud that you have. But like I always emphasize, the state controller doesn't decide how we spend money. The state controller's job is sort of the financial cop. If the legislature wants to buy everybody a pink flamingo, my job is to make sure they get their pink flamingo.
Right.
But what's happening is the current controller, and we have this one-party system, the supermajority control in both houses, all 8 executive positions. No Republican's been elected as statewide office.
So how do you change that trend?
Well, I think you have to give a compelling story to the people, right? I think getting up and screaming they're bad, we're good it doesn't work for me. I come from a business background and I have to make a case why I'm better, right? If I'm selling Coca-Cola, I want to say why I'm better than Pepsi. And I think for the state controller's race, again, doesn't matter what your politics are, if you're opposed to stealing, isn't everybody opposed to stealing?
Yes.
Yeah, we just want to stop that, and I have a plan to do that that's very simple, low cost to implement.
Please, quickly, tell us, give us that.
It's called radical transparency. We have the technology to put every transaction online every day for everybody to see. Sunlight is a great disinfectant. If I put every transaction online, which we can easily do with existing technology, there are companies that offer this, anybody can see the spend. That will reduce or prevent the fraud, the grift. People will think twice before stealing money or hiring their brother-in-law or their college fraternity brother to do a job that could be done at a far lower price. You can take that through, whether it's through homeless spending, through SNAP, through any government agency. And the state controller has the authority to audit anybody that touches state money. Every city.
That's where we pick up the conversation the next time you swing by, okay?
I can't wait.
Check out Herb Morgan. Your website is quickly?
HerbMorgan.com.
Simple. HerbMorgan.com. Everybody, we'll be right back with more.